Hey, Tony Gas is here. I don't have long because I got to. So this is my third video today doing errands for my wife. And so I forgot, I was shooting the video and forgot I had another errand. I was supposed to stop at Target. So I'm headed to Target. But this is one thing I was thinking about, because this is a different thing for me as a husband, because I was able to build success, but I believe that I built it because of my relationship with God. And it's also just my gift to be able to build business. And I'm an overthinker, so sometimes when you overthink, you think about a lot of different ideas, and it's a million things you want to do, there's a million things you can do. But for me, I'm also an executor, so I will actually just put a plan in place and make it happen. And I'll stumble and fall and fail until I get it right. But I realized that not every man has the same gift. We all different. Like, it's some guys who they really good with their hands, and they got the time and the patience to learn how to do handyman jobs. Me as a man, I hate handyman jobs. Like, I could probably learn how to do anything, but it takes so much time. It's so labor intensive. I would rather do something that's less labor intensive, higher return on my time, and then pay someone whose mind doesn't think the way my mind thinks, pay them for the way their mind thinks, which may be more attentive to detail and labor intensive. So for example, I just had floors, like tile, put down in my second office, and it cost me, I still got to make a second payment. I told the man to send me the invoice. He ain't sent the invoice yet. I wonder what he waiting on. It cost me, I think it's gonna cost $6,200, $6,300 all in, and it's like 800 square feet. So now imagine if you got a man and he laid the tile in your house. That's $6,300 a day he could be making. $6,300 a day he could be making. So what does a woman need to do? What does the wife need to do? So the wife, what you have to be able to do is you got to be a visionary, or you got to be like a inspiration, or you have to be like a support system, like an encourager, like whatever it may be. This kind of all encompassing. But what I have noticed is that now for my wife, I'm trying to pinpoint it, but again, I'm a self-starter. So for her, this is what it was with her. With my wife, is she don't put up with crap. So like, she don't put up with an attitude. She don't reinforce an attitude. She don't reinforce me waking up on the wrong side of the bed. She don't put up with me yelling at her, cussing at her, cheating on her, beating on her, abusing her. Like, any little sign that I showed in the beginning that was about to be toxic, she shut it right down. So what that did is so her is more so an accountability partner. Like, she hold me accountable and she pushed me to greatness. She said, no, you said you wanted to do this, this, and this, or you said you was gonna do this. If you're not gonna do that, I'm not gonna be with you. So essentially, she said, you said you wanted to be an author. You said you wanted to be a speaker. You said you wanted to be a pastor. You said you wanted to do all this with books and all of this, not sell drugs. If you're gonna go sell drugs, I'm leaving. And she got up and she left. As we were married, after we got married, son in the intensive care unit. So what I would call my wife, her gift is like an accountability partner. And she don't harp, she don't complain. I remember one day I was complaining, I said something, and she was like, well, you don't have a routine. She was like, you stay up all night, you sleep in all day, you don't really have like a routine, so you're gonna make less money. Like, it's gonna be hard because you're not giving yourself direction. And I'm looking up, I'm like, you ain't doing nothing, you ain't making $1. But just by her saying that, She didn't yell it. She didn't cuss it. She didn't scream it. She didn't belittle me. She didn't say, you know, you're a bomb. She didn't say you living like a bomb. She didn't say you living like less than a man. She didn't attack my pride. She just said, well, you don't have a system. You don't have a scale. I'm like, what in the world? Now, last night I was up till 5 o'clock in the morning working. She woke up a couple times. I'm on the computer working. So that's how I work when everything quiet, but it's just my thing. And I feel fine today. Now, if I do that again tonight, I'll be tore up tomorrow. So tonight I'm gonna go to bed normal time, probably 11 o'clock or something. Well, they're gonna be flying, so I kind of got to, I'm gonna have to go to bed early because I got to wake up early because her car service that I booked for her might be texting me, telling me where he at versus texting her. So I'm gonna have to be up by 4 o'clock in the morning. But that's how she did it. You have to figure out as a wife, what is your way? And then when I say wife, I mean girlfriend, in wife training, fiance, all the same. You have to figure out what's your way. You have to think about, like, okay, if I was a leader, if I was, you know, as a leader, if I was a team corral. And what I mean by that is you dealing with a human. And the human you dealing with, this man is capable of making 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures. Like, there's no difference between the brain of your man and the brain of Elon Musk, the brain of Jeff Bezos, you know, the brain of Mark Zuckerberg. Like, your man is capable of doing anything he put his mind to, but he needs support. Not coddling him, not babying him. Don't get it twisted. But he needs support. You don't do too much, but you got to find a way. So for me, and it's a lot of men like this, for those of us who are like problem solvers, like we're Mr. Fix It, you got to like let it be known what you want. You got to be like, I would love to get the kids in private school. I would love to get the kids in private school, and so I'm gonna go and see if we get financial aid, see what it costs. Okay, boom, I went up there, they said this, I would love to be able to live in this neighborhood, or I would love to be able to get a house, or I would love to be able to drive this kind of car. Like, you just kind of lightly drop those things out there. And for a go-getter, for a self-starter, for an ambitious man, that's gonna be all he need to know. Boom. And he gonna figure it out, what I got to do to get it, what I got to do to get it, what I got to do to get it. If a man is not a self-starter and he's not like naturally ambitious, he may need something a little more. He may need something a little different. What that may be is not babying him now, but that may be stroking that meat leg. And what I mean by that is, to the wives, don't get caught up in the minutia, in the monotony of being a wife. Like, make sure that you reaching over there and you grabbing that thing. And make sure you putting on something look a little nice. You know, you putting on something look a little nice, and you kind of doing your thing. Make sure and at least, I would say at least every other day. About 3 times a week, make sure that it's some hanky-panky going on. And what I want you to understand, it don't always have to be, and you could prep the scene. You could, hey, you know, let's take a shower together. You know, I want you to shower with me or whatever, just so that, you know, everything is all the where it need to be, because you don't need to be down there with bugs and flies, you know, because he ain't want to shower after being in the hot sun all day and he's so tired. Invite him to a shower then. And you take initiative, because he working, he grinding. He don't always want to have to pursue after having to pursue money all day, pursue a living all day. So you initiate it. And I know it may be against your nature or what have you, but if you don't have like a self-starter, or you just got like a comfortable blue-collar man, but you could see a vision. And then now on the other side, outside of like that little motivation right there, and the reason why I say that is that release is like cocaine, but it's a healthy cocaine. And it makes them more attracted to you. It makes them love you more. It's a bonding hormone that's released. When he have a release, he bonds to you. It's like what we call a soul tie. You literally forming a soul tie and strengthening it every time your man, your husband, has a release from you. he gets that much more attached to you. So the more he have, the more attached he is, the more he want to please you, the more he want to provide for you, the more he want to do for you. And that's just a little secret that a lot of people don't realize. And so it's so many women that they man is living beneath the radar. He living beneath their potential. And it's because they walking around looking like Raggedy Ann every day, and they not figuring out what's gonna inspire him, what get him going. And so you got to realize that. And my wife, she's not that type of person, but in marriage, she got out of her comfort zone, and she realized, you know, the role of a wife and as a inspirator or inspiration. And she is comfortable, like she comfortable and she free with her husband. You know what that did for me as a husband? It made me love her 10 times more, because I'm like, this is not the woman I met. Like, the woman I met was very prudish, you know, like a dead fish. Like, this is not the woman I met. But now this woman, she could be open, she could be loving, she could be whatever, affectionate, all of this stuff. Because my wife was like a tomboy, what we call a tomboy. She's a hooper, so her energy was different. She was never like really girly, and so it was different. But now, you know, she evolved, and that helped me. That helped me as a man. So I'm giving y'all ladies this secret, because there's this pride and this push around being a lazy wife, being a user, not giving sex, not cooking, not cleaning, and all of this stuff, and just kind of like being a user. And that's not cute. It's not cute, and you only hurting yourself. You only setting yourself up to catch an STD because he's sleeping with prostitutes, or to be a stepmama because he's gonna get another woman pregnant, or to go through a divorce because the relationship fizzles out when you catch them cheating and you gotta leave. You only hurting yourself. You are doing no one a favor. You are hurting yourself. But when you are inspiration, and when you are a supporter, and this the other thing what you got to realize. Let's say your man got hands, and he got a gift, like he know how to work with his hands, or whatever it is, his feet, his mind, talk game, whatever it is, then you become like the manager. And so you see him, he's so tired, he's so drained, he this and that. You say, hey, you know, you working for this company fixing ACs. What do you think about what do you think about us starting our own AC repair company? Like, let's just start simple, and I'll make you an account on Thumbtack, and on Angie's List, and on Gig whatever, and on this and this. I'll make you an account. We'll have one email address where all the leads come to, and I'll manage that. Like, even while I'm at work, or if you're a stay-at-home, you know, mom or wife, I'll manage that. I'll do the negotiation. I'll ask you, what does this cost? I'll email all of that, and then all you got to do is just be willing to show up on Saturday or Sunday, whatever day we book outside of your current work, and then let's see how much that can make. And then, but because we already good and we already living fine, let's take that money, put it into a business account, and I'm learning business credit, I'm building our personal credit, and then let's get us some business credit card, or a business credit card, and then let's get the equipment. Like, let's get a van, let's get it wrapped. And then, so now when you pull up on people, you pulling up on your little Ford van, we only paid 10 grand for it. You made that 10 grand in 1 month, working on Saturdays and Sundays. And then before you know it, we apply for the license, and we get the license to where you license and insure. I'll look up the insurance, I'll get the different quotes, and all you got to do is show up and use your gift. So you take that role, because what I'm noticing is it's a lot of lazy wives who just riding their man coattail, and they leaving everything to him. But you are a team. Like, some of my best ideas, like my company right now, my wife is my consultant on it. She helped me with the packaging. She helped me. She approved the name, she approved the site, she approved the products. Like, she helped me talk through it, she helped me think through it. And Wealth of Health, now that's not the company name, but the website is Wealth of Health. the company called Billionaire, because if health is wealth, we should all be billionaires. So go to wealthofhealth.com. This is my new company that I'm finna run up to $100 million valuation over the next 10 years. Get you some products, and that's gonna help me get more products and tell me what gummies you want. Then we're gonna go from gummies to capsules to powders, and then we'll have other products, health and wellness products as well, all the way down the list. I'm gonna keep building out. Watch and see now. Watch and see. I ain't turning my bike on it. I start stuff all the time and don't push it, but this something I could control. This something I could do, and this something that, because I could get these products made healthy, so there's no liability. Whereas with my mentor.life, I don't really want to scale it that crazy. Even though that's my company, that's my baby, I don't want to scale it too crazy, because a coach could mess around and do harm to a client, and I don't want to be sued and people suing me because they met that coach on my mentor.life. So I'm keeping that kind of mom and popish. It's kind of in-house, and it's not too, you know, and it's more vetted. It's mostly my coaches who took my training. They know me, they follow me online or what have you, and so they know that I'm about my business, and they know I might pull up on them if they get on my site and go to acting a fool with their clients. And so, but if I go to scaling that, putting millions into the marketing, I'm finna have so many stragglers. I'm finna have Ted Bundy nephew on there. I'm finna have Jeffrey Dahmer on there. But with this right here, I can control it. But this my wife, one of my best-selling books, Single is Not a Curse. My wife gave me that concept for that book to encourage singles. Don't be jealous of us. Don't be desperate for a relationship. Use that single time to get out of it what you can. So as a wife, you know, get out your feelings, get from beside yourself, and be an inspiration and a support and a visionary to your husband to help build your team and take your team to championships, because you a star player just like he is. Hey, this Tony, guys. I'm at Target. Got to get off the phone so I can get the code from my wife. Get her product she ordered. God bless you. We'll talk soon.